instituted an SIT to probe the suspected terror link in the entire Hizb-Ut-Tahrir case. Now, what is the aim of this outfit? The outfit's aim is re-establishing the Islamic Caliphate and uniting Muslims to implement Sharia globally. The radical group is banned in 16 nations including China, Germany, Russia, Bangladesh and Turkey. What was its modus? The outfit is accused of working to establish the Hizb-Ut-Tahrir network in Madhya Pradesh. The outfit radicalizing youth, portraying the present governance system as anti-Islamic. 16 men allegedly associated with the outfit were arrested. 10 men arrested from Bhopal, 1 from Chhindwara, 5 from Hyderabad. A case has been registered against the accused under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act or the UAPA and IPC sections. What are the allegations? The arrested men are accused of practicing close combat training and shooting practice in jungles of a district adjoining Bhopal. The youth were also being radicalized through provocative speeches by influencers from Hyderabad and other places. The accused were allegedly training in high-tech information and technology tools. They used the dark web apps Rocket Chat and Threema to communicate with each other. The accused even conducted recce of their possible targets using drone cameras. What has been seized from them? The probe agency claims to have seized radical literature from the accused and videos that propagate the caliphate or the establishment of an Islamist entity. They were also recovered what was also recovered is digital devices that have been seized from the accused. Now, this latest crackdown has sparked the need for an anti-conversion law. Now, so where do these laws exist so far? Odisha has implemented this law in 1967. Arunachal Pradesh implemented it in 1978. It was never enforced though. Chhattisgarh implemented the act in 2000. It was amended in 2006. Tamil Nadu implemented it in 2002 and repealed this act in 2006. Gujarat implemented it in 2003 and it was amended in 2006. Rajasthan, the bills were introduced in 2006, 2008, but it didn't get a governor and president's assent. In Jharkhand, it was implemented in 2017. In Uttarakhand, it was implemented in 2018. In Uttar Pradesh, the bill was passed in 2021. In Madhya Pradesh, this bill has been passed in 2021. In Karnataka, it was implemented in 2021. In Haryana, it's been implemented in 2022. According to sources, 2 key players of this busted module were Bhopal-based young gym trainer Yasir Khan and Hyderabad-based Mohammad Salim, who a few years ago were Saurabh Raj Vaidya. And Saurabh Raj Vaidya turned Salim was a faculty of a pharmacy at a college in Hyderabad. His family alleged that he was radicalized and even wanted to go to Syria and also followed the preacher Zakir Naik. Joining us now is Shri Ashok Jain ji, who is the father of Saurabh. Ashok ji, namaste. मैं जानना चाहूँगा, जरा विस्तार से बताइए, सौरभ कैसे इसमें फंस गया? ये कब से शुरू हुआ ये प्रकरण?
मेरा बेटा फार्मेसी में प्रोफेसर बनकर के भोपाल में नियुक्त हुआ। पहले EIS कॉलेज है भोपाल में, वहां हुआ और वहां से वो किसी वजह से फिर TIT कॉलेज भोपाल में आ गया जी। और उसके बाद मैंने पूछा क्यों, तो कहले यहाँ पर पेमेंट ज्यादा है। बाद में जब पता लगा कि उसके साथ साथ कोई डॉक्टर कमाल भी आया है जी, और धीरे धीरे उस डॉक्टर कमाल ने मेरे पुत्र को अपने रंग में रंगना शुरू कर दिया जी, जिससे मुझे कुछ पारिवारिक विरोधाभास लगा जी। मैंने उससे इस विषय में चर्चा चाही तो हमेशा वो उल्टे जवाब देता था, लेकिन मैं उसे रोक नहीं पा रहा था क्योंकि वो दरवाजा बंद करके नमाज वगैरह पढ़ता था जी, और धीरे धीरे ये काम चलता रहा जी। 2012 में मुझे पता लगा कि उसने इस्लाम स्वीकार कर लिया है और नाम भी बदल लिए हैं जी। 2012 के बाद भी मुझसे कहा गया मेरे लोगों ने कि इसे खूब प्रेम दो, अच्छी तरह से बात करो, ये करो, तो मैं वही मेरी पत्नी वगैरह सब लोग करते रहे। अंततः गतवा जब मुझे लगा कि ये अब लौट के तो अलग है, ये हम पर ही दबाव डालने लगा है
जी
कि पापा आप इस्लाम कबूल कर लो, आप नरक में रहोगे तो बहुत दुख, हमें दुख होगा, आप नरक में नहीं रहना, जहन्नुम में आप। तो वो रो रो कर कहता था हमसे कि आप जी। आखिर में हमने कहा ऐसा हम विश्वास नहीं करते जी। और उसे रक्षाबंधन के त्योहार का बाइकाट करने के बाद और उसकी पत्नी द्वारा बुर्का पहनने के कारण मैंने उन्हें अगस्त 30, 2014 को घर से निष्कासित कर दिया।
जी अशोक जी, देखिए ये जो हरकत तहरीर है, इसको पहले तहरीक खिलाफत कहा जाता था, 50 देशों में फैला है, 16 देशों में इस पर प्रतिबंध लगे हैं, लेकिन आपके बेटे का इसमें इन्वॉल्वमेंट कैसे हुआ और आगे फिर क्या हुआ?
उसी ने मुझे बताया था कि इस्लाम दुनिया में राज करेगा, और देखो कितनी तेजी से लोग उसमें जा रहे हैं। 4-5 बच्चों के उसने फोन नंबर दिए थे जिनसे मैंने बात की थी, और मैंने सबको डांटा था इस बात को कह करके कि ऐसा कोई भी मजहब जो अपने माँ बाप की अवज्ञा करता हो, उनके खिलाफ ढीठपन दिखाता हो, वो मजहब हो ही नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपने घर के लोगों का ख्याल करो, तुम लोगों को जो अच्छा हो वो करो, और माँ बाप की आज्ञा का अनादर ना करो। लेकिन वो कोई भी असर नहीं हुआ, और उनको मैंने सब समझाने के बाद वो लोग नहीं समझे। उनमें एक प्रजापत था, एक सरदार जी थे, एक और वीरेंद्र जैन इंदौर के भी थे, जिनकी पत्नी मुसलमान थी, लेकिन मेरे बेटे की बहू अग्रवाल है, और वो मैंने अपनी पसंद से की थी। इसने बताया जरूर था कि ये लड़की के बारे में विचार कर सकते हो, सब बहुत सारी बच्चियों मैंने उसको चुना था, और अच्छा सब कुछ ठीक चल रहा था। पर 2010 से जब हमारे बहू के गर्भ भी था और ये बहुत ज्यादा धूमधाम करने लगा, तो 2014 में हमने निकाल दिया था, और पुलिस को भी इस बारे में सूचित किया था, और जो नंबर मेरे से बात हुई थी उन नंबरों की भी पुलिस को सूचना दी थी।
तो आपने पुलिस को उसी वक्त 2014 में ही सूचित कर दिया, लेकिन उसके बाद क्या किस तरह की कार्रवाई हुई? और मैं ये भी जानना चाहता हूं कि क्या वजह थी कि आपके बेटे ने और उसकी पत्नी ने, यानी आपकी बहू ने भी हिंदू प्रथा या सनातन प्रथा को छोड़ने का फैसला लिया?
उदार विचार के कारण मैंने हमेशा अपने बच्चों को इस बात की आजादी दी है कि जो बेहतर है उससे चुनो, समझदारी से चुनो। अब मैं जैन परिवार में रहा हूं, लेकिन मैं इसके बाद भी सभी धर्मों की अच्छी बातों को अपने जीवन में उतारता हूं, सिर्फ प्रशंसा ही नहीं करता। ये जो एक सर्वधर्म संभावी संस्कार हमारे घर में रहे हैं, उसका असर इस पर भी था, और सब बहुत अच्छा स्वर्ग जैसा चल रहा था। लेकिन ये जो कमाल था, इसने धीरे धीरे जाकिर नाइक की जो ढंग था उससे इसको मुखातिब किया, और ये धीरे धीरे उनकी बातों में आता चला गया, और अंत में जो है पूरी तरह उनके रंग में रंग गया, और मैंने इस वजह से इसको घर से निकाला। और पुलिस की कंप्लेन में ये बात आई थी कि वो स्वेच्छा से बना है और हम उसमें कुछ नहीं कर सकते, तो आप क्या चाहते हो? तो मैंने कहा मैं सौरभ बनकर वो वापस आता है तो उसका स्वागत करूंगा, अन्यथा मुझे अब उससे कोई लेना देना नहीं।
जी, तो अशोक जी, सौरभ राज वैद्य मोहम्मद सलीम बना, और देवी नारायण पांडा अब्दुल रहमान बना, और मोहम्मद अब्बास अली ये पहले बेनू कुमार था। तो ऐसे 3 लड़के इस 16 में शामिल हैं। मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूं, अब आप क्या कहेंगे? जो हमारे दर्शक देख रहे हैं, जो परिवार देख रहे हैं, माँ बाप देख रहे हैं, उनसे क्या आग्रह करेंगे? समाज में क्या करने की आवश्यकता है कि ये जो प्रकरण चला है ये अब ना चले?
पहली चीज तो ये है कि माँ बाप को ध्यान देना पड़ेगा कि उनके घर में, परिवार में किस तरह की सतर्कता रखना चाहिए। बेटी और बच्चों को इन बुराइयों से अवगत कराना चाहिए कि ये लोग धर्म नहीं है, ये राज सत्ता के भूखे हैं और देश को तोड़ने का सपना रखते हैं। ये अलगाववादी, अराजक और अराष्ट्रीय तत्व हैं, और ये मजहब से इनका कोई वास्ता नहीं है। मजहब का लिबास में ये लोग जो है काम कर रहे हैं, और झूठे सपने बता करके लोगों को करते हैं। ये सारी बातें माँ बाप को बताना चाहिए, समाज को साथ देना चाहिए, सरकार को भी जल्दी से एक्शन लेना चाहिए। सरकार एक्शन में गड़बड़ा जाती है, और ढीलेपन का ये लोग फायदा उठाते हैं।
किस तरीके का एक्शन लेना चाहिए सरकार को? आपको क्या लगता है क्या किया जाना चाहिए? क्या अपेक्षा रखते हैं आप?
कि मैंने जो कुरान पढ़ा है, समझा है, मोहम्मद का कुरान इस तरह का नहीं है। हाँ, ये कुरान आज की परिस्थितियों के हिसाब से आज की समस्याओं को समाधान करने में सक्षम भले ना हो, लेकिन 1400 साल पहले मोहम्मद साहब ने जो रास्ता है, शिक्षाएं बताई थी, वो उस समय के लोगों के लिए मुफीद थी। उन्होंने भला भी किया था। उसके बाद 100-200 साल बाद जो हदीस आई और मुस्लिमों में जो चालाक तबका था, उसने उन मोहम्मद की सीधी सच्ची बातों का इस्तेमाल करके दुनिया भर में मुस्तफा के निजाम को लागू करने का प्लान बनाया। उसी के हिस्सा भारत में है। चूंकि भारत में कुछ पहले से अन्य धर्मों की सामाजिक कमजोरियों के कारण बहुत सारे लोग परेशान थे, और उस परेशानी में जो वैक्यूम बना था, उस वैक्यूम में वो लोग घुस गए और यहाँ बहुत बड़ी तादाद में लोग कन्वर्ट हुए। और कन्वर्ट होने के बाद में वो लोग इस्लाम को सही ढंग से जानते ही नहीं है। वो इसी बात में खुश हैं कि हमारे लोग हमें पास नहीं बिठाते थे, ये पास तो बिठाते हैं, खाना तो खिलाते हैं, जबकि इस्लाम को बिल्कुल नहीं जानते, बल्कि उनके साथ जो पूर्व में अत्याचार हुए वो आज उनका बदला भी लेते हैं। इसलिए, लेकिन आज मैं महसूस कर रहा हूँ कि मोदी इफेक्ट के कारण काफी परिवर्तन होगा, मनोवैज्ञानिक ढंग से होगा, और इनकी बेवकूफियों के सारे जो साजिशें हैं सफल नहीं होंगी। ये अभी तो बहुत फैले हुए हैं, लेकिन ये खुद भी समझेंगे कि अल्लाह लिमिटेड नहीं हो सकता। अल्लाह की कृपा रूपी ऊर्जा प्रत्येक प्राणी के हिस्से में आती है।
जी अशोक जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आप जो कह रहे हैं बहुत वाजिब और सही फरमा रहे हैं, आप सही बात कह रहे हैं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आप बहुत कैंडिड होकर कह रहे हैं। So let's take this conversation forward, ladies and gentlemen. Joining us now is the Minister in the Madhya Pradesh government, Narottam Mishra ji, handles the home portfolio. Narottam Mishra ji, नमस्ते, जय हिंद। आज ये हिज़्ब-उत-तहरीर पर बहुत बड़ा क्रैकडाउन हुआ है। 16 लोगों को गिरफ्तार किया गया है मध्य प्रदेश के अलग अलग हिस्सों से, हैदराबाद से भी। काफ़ी बड़ा रैकेट मालूम होता है।
निश्चित रूप से नजर आता है इनकी हरकतें ठीक नहीं थी। रायसेन के जंगल में जिस तरह से इनने ट्रेनिंग कैंप लगाए हुए थे, और ट्रेनिंग कैंप के साथ साथ जिस तरह से शहर की घनी आबादी के अंदर ये जिम चलाते थे, ये कोचिंग सेंटर चलाते थे। इनमें एक प्रोफेसर है, एक आईटी का इंजीनियर है, एक आईटी का टेक्नीशियन है। ये पढ़े लिखे लोग इस तरह का कर रहे हैं। ओवैसी जी के भाई के कॉलेज में एक प्रोफेसर था। इसी तरह से आप देखेंगे तो आज जो उसके बयान आया है सलीम बनने का, सौरभ का जी, ये व्यक्ति जो है, इसके फादर ने बयान दिया है कि वो जाकिर नायक जी जो थे, जिनको दिग्विजय सिंह जी शांति दूत कहते हैं जी, वो जाकिर नायक जी से प्रभावित होकर उनने ब्रेन वॉश किया था।
जी अशोक जी अभी बता रहे थे।
अब इस पे दिग्विजय सिंह जी नहीं बोलेंगे। हिंदू बात होती, हिंदुत्व की बात होती या सनातन की बात होती तो वो उनके नेता सब बोलते, लेकिन कभी HUT पे नहीं बोलते, वो कभी JMB पे नहीं बोलते, कभी PFI पे नहीं बोलते।
दिग्विजय सिंह जी तो आज भी बोले
की राजनीति आ जाती है इनकी, इन विषयों पर नहीं बोलते वो।
दिग्विजय सिंह जी तो आज भी बोले हैं कि बजरंग दल गुंडे हैं और हिंदुत्व धर्म नहीं है।
मैं वही तो कह रहा हूँ, पहले हिंदू और हिंदुत्व पे सवाल उठाया था, ये सनातन पे आ गए। इनके दामाद जी हैं रावत बाड्रा जी, वो कल हनुमान और बजरंगबली में फर्क बता रहे थे लोगों को। लेकिन किसी दूसरे धर्म पे आपने पूरी चैन को इसको बोलते ही नहीं देखा होगा, ना बोलते सुना होगा। ये कभी किसी आतंकवादी पे बोलती नहीं, बटाला हाउस पे आंसू बहाते हैं, ये सवाल सेना पे उठाते हैं। ये स्थिति इनकी, ये कभी नहीं बोलते ये HUT पे, PFI पे, JMB पे। देश अब इन चीजों को धीरे धीरे समझ रहा है आदरणीय
जी। लेकिन नरोत्तम मिश्रा जी, कुछ प्रश्न सरकार को भी देने होंगे। 2010 से ये HUT वाले सक्रिय थे, 13 साल बाद क्रैकडाउन हो रहा है, तो कुछ तो प्रश्न वहां भी उठेंगे।
पूरे नजर में थे वो, निगाह में थे वो पूरे निगाह में थे। इसलिए मैंने आपसे बातचीत करते समय पहले से बताया कि किस तरह से ये रायसेन के जंगलों में थे और किस तरह से और ये सारे विषय, ये वाले भी और जाकिर नाइक तक, सारे एसआईटी को देने वाले हैं अलग अलग बिंदुओं।
जी, एसआईटी के गठन की आपने बात कही तो वो गठित हो चुका है, लेकिन मैं आपसे ये भी जानना चाहता हूं कि क्या ये बहुत ज्यादा व्यापक है, 16 लोगों तक ही सीमित है या और भी व्यापक है ये?
मध्य प्रदेश में ये जितने काकरोच है, सब आपको ये ऐसा हमने दवा बना रखी है, पेस्टिसाइड्स, ये सबको मार देगा, ढूंढ ढूंढ के मारेगा, बिल्कुल कोने में छुपे हुए भी।
तो आप कह रहे हैं ढूंढ ढूंढ के मारेंगे, लेकिन आपको यानी लगता है और भी ग्रुप्स हैं ऐसे?
नहीं, ऐसे ग्रुप और तो होंगे नहीं, मध्य प्रदेश में पनप भी नहीं पाएंगे।
पर एक बात बताइए, थोड़ा और अवेयरनेस की आवश्यकता है नरोत्तम मिश्रा जी?
थोड़ा सा नहीं, ज्यादा आवश्यकता है, और इसलिए इस अभियान को चलाएंगे, लेकिन फिलहाल तो इनकी तह तक आने दो हमें।
पर आपको क्या लगता है, क्या ऐसे संगठनों को किसी तरीके से पॉलिटिकल प्रोटेक्शन मिलता है? कुछ लोग इन्हें कवर फायर देते हैं।
प्रोटेक्शन तो ये जांच का विषय होगा, पर जो इनको पीछे से अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से, बौद्धिक रूप से वो करते थे, ये जिनको जो जाकिर नाइक को शांति दूत कहते हैं ना, इस तरह के लोगों के बयानों से हिम्मत बढ़ती है, इस तरह के लोगों की।
पर ये भी आरोप लग रहा है कि ये वन साइडेड क्रैकडाउन है।
हम काहे को कर रहे हैं? जो प्रमाण है, जो तथ्य है, वो आपके सामने है। आप खुद हमें बता रहे हो, हम खुद आपको बता रहे हैं। इसमें कुछ गलत होता तो अभी तक तो जितने तुष्टीकरण वाले हैं चीखने लगते।
नरोत्तम मिश्रा जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपके समय के लिए। थैंक यू फॉर योर टाइम। सो एन SIT has also been constituted, ladies and gentlemen, even as the Madhya Pradesh Home Minister says that they will not allow such groups to prosper or proliferate across Madhya Pradesh. जहां भी हैं ढूंढ ढूंढ के निकालेंगे, मारेंगे, is what he has said here on the right stand. Moving on from Madhya Pradesh to the state of Karnataka, but more importantly to the national capital, because kaun banega CM of Karnataka perhaps will be decided in the national capital. The Congress has won Karnataka with a huge margin. It's a phenomenal mandate for the party, but the intra-party fight is not yet over. There are two voices, two people, SNS, vying for the spot at the Vidhana Sauda or the kursi at the Vidhana Sauda. The war is over, but who will be chief minister becomes the big question. Will loyalty be royalty, with DK Shivkumar claiming that he should be the man in the top job because he's done the job of growing the Congress in Karnataka? Or will it be the tried and tested Siddaramaiah who believes I'm the popular person, I've got the backing of majority members of the current or going to be Karnataka legislator or the MLAs? Now the Congress top brass is in a huddle, trying to placate both the leaders. Now, despite arriving in the national capital today, DK Shivkumar was the first to meet the Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge. Siddaramaiah met him later in the evening, whereas Siddaramaiah had landed yesterday. Now, while the meet with DK Shivkumar lasted for 45 minutes, Siddaramaiah's meeting with Mallikarjun Kharge lasted for nearly an hour. Now, Siddaramaiah did not want to say anything. That's what, as he was stepping out, many people were asking him, what happened, what happened, what happened? Listen in.
Siddha sir, you had meeting with Mr. Kharge sir. What the people have decided? What do you want to say? Siddha sir, what do you want to say?
No, I do not want to say anything.
Siddha sir, you had meeting with Mr. Kharge sir. What the people have decided? What do you want to say? Siddha sir, what do you want to say?
No, I do not want to say anything.
No smile, pushing away the mic, ANI mic. Sharon, that doesn't look like a person who's happy. But should we read too much into that body language? Should we read too much into the fact that DK Shivkumar was met with first? Should we read too much into the fact that Siddaramaiah's meeting lasted longer and he came out and he looked quite gruff, upset?
Well, Anand, of course, the fact is that there was DK Shivkumar. The moment he landed in Delhi, there were multiple statements that was made by him to the media. We have seen from the airport to the Kaveri residence, which is in fact his brother's residence here in the national capital. He was making several statements. But once he came here to Mallikarjun Kharge's residence, there was no statement that was made either when he entered the residence or when he left after meeting Mallikarjun Kharge for straight 45 minutes. But when it comes to Siddaramaiah, we had seen that a convoy of about 5 cars that had in fact few of the newly elected MLAs and the MLAs who are of course in support of Siddaramaiah were also present here. When DK Shivkumar in fact came here, he was all alone. He was just with his chauffeur, and he alone came in the car, and the one-on-one meeting held here for about 45 minutes. But Siddaramaiah in fact came with a convoy of about 5 cars, and when he came, he sat here for more than 1 hour. He reached here at about 6:30. But he left around 7:45. So that is, of course, more than 1 hour, whereas DK Shivkumar's meeting was held only for 45 minutes. Now, what is, of course, the decision that is going to be made, and when is that going to be made? Our sources within the Congress party has been saying that it is highly unlikely that a decision will be coming out today. There are, of course, going to be more meetings that will be held between Mallikarjun Kharge and the Congress High Command.
Very curious to see, just like we are seeing 2 still pictures of DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah with Mallikarjun Kharge. Can we see DK Shivkumar after the meeting with Siddaramaiah after the meeting? There's just more news on the DK Shivkumar front. The DK Shivkumar camp. Now, DK Shivkumar has told Mallikarjun Kharge, this is what sources are telling CNN News 18, if I am not given the CM-ship, I will sit as a common MLA. Since Siddaramaiah has come, he has been in power either as LOP or as Chief Minister. So this is what DK Shivkumar is saying. Pradesh Congress Committee Chief, I have grown the party. Either give me the Chief Ministership or I will sit as a normal MLA. I am not becoming Deputy Chief Minister. You have given so much to Siddaramaiah, LOP, Chief Minister, ever since he has come into the party, because Siddaramaiah has come in from the JDS into the Congress party. Harish Upadhyaya, loyalty should be royalty. That line to CNN News 18, he is carrying that through. Shivkumar, DK Shivkumar.
Absolutely. He's saying, I will not rebel, I will not blackmail the party. But if I'm not being given the Chief Minister chair, then I do not want anything else. I'm not thinking about any other offer. I don't want to be a Deputy Chief Minister. Neither do I want Water Resources Portfolio or Energy Department. I will just be an MLA, possibly even also indicating that he might not even want to continue as the KPCC chief. He also mentions the kind of work that he has done. He's quick to point out that Siddaramaiah has been a leader of opposition twice, Chief Minister for a full 5-year tenure, hasn't worked for the party at all. Remember, he's a late entrant to the Congress, but hasn't held any major position within the KPCC or worked on ground for the party. He's always enjoyed power is what DK's camp has conveyed, saying that he's enjoyed LOP status twice. He's been a CLP leader. He was the Chief Minister for a full 5-year tenure. What has he done for the party organization is the question that they're posing. He's also said that the party will have to consider what DK Shivkumar has done. He's given a whole list of things that he has done, including during COVID time, how he has ensured that there's new life within the party at a time when nobody wanted to become
the biggest aspect is he went to jail.
One seat.
The biggest, Harish, the biggest part is he went to jail. He keeps saying that I went to jail. I didn't decamp. I didn't join the BJP. I stayed in jail. Sonia Gandhi came to meet me. I have stayed loyal to this party. Congress loyalists will be watching. Is loyalty rewarded or not? That's the peg that DK Shivkumar is saying. I didn't ask for anything. I worked. Siddaramaiah has got everything on a platter ever since he's come. But yes, Mr. Siddaramaiah is a larger leader. Sharon and Harish, thank you. We got more news on the Rahul Gandhi front. So Rahul Gandhi made a backdoor entry into the Kharge residence early this morning, taking a lot of people by surprise because he usually walks in from the front entrance, but he wanted to enter in quietly. He was spotted there walking in and he spent a lot of time with Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge. Now Rahul Gandhi has asked Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge to pick the Chief Minister of Karnataka because it is his state. So no opinion on that. Mr. Kharge has to decide. And Kharge office says he may go tomorrow to Bengaluru. So Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge may actually travel back to Karnataka, and the decision may be taken in Bengaluru as to who will be the next chief minister. Pallavi Ghosh joins us. So what promises and what should be the constitution of the cabinet in terms of all those people who have voted for the Congress party should get rewarded for their confidence in the Congress party? Perhaps that's the message from Mr. Rahul Gandhi, but steering clear of any opinion or taking sides between Siddaramaiah and Shiv Kumar.
Absolutely, Anand. And in fact, if you notice, both Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka Gandhi Vadra are away in Shimla. Very clearly, they want to try and send out this message and a perception that we are not actually getting involved in the formation of the government, in the sense we are not going to show any favorites, we are not going to pick any favorites, no preferences between DK Shiv Kumar, Siddaramaiah or anyone else. In fact, in almost an hour-long meeting that Rahul Gandhi had with the Congress president, he actually took a sheet of paper with him which had statistics. And those statistics basically gave a breakdown of how many SC Muslims, women who voted for the Congress party. And all he said is that whenever you form the government, these are the people who need to be represented. That's one. Second, he told Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge that you come from Karnataka, you understand the state best. I have no choice. You decide who you think is the best person to lead the government. Those are the factors which need to be kept in mind.
Well, we'll have to see what Mr. Kharge decides, because at the end of the day, if it all comes together, it is to his credit. If it all falls, there is disarray and confusion. Once again, Gaj Mallikarjun Kharge ji par hi giregi, but it is his state. And if he cannot decide and he cannot do what is right, clearly there is an indication from the top leadership, but they're saying you decide. Because you are the Congress president, it's your state. That's the message that's gone from Rahul Gandhi too. Now, the battle for the chief minister's post, what works and what doesn't work, the two top contenders. Let's try and understand this. Siddaramaiah has a mass following, is a pan-Karnataka leader. He's been a full-time, he's served a full term as chief minister. Now, but he came in from the JDS. He was the one who brought in a lot of the Kurba votes, the Ahinda votes, so larger following, and more MLAs are reportedly backing him. DK Shiv Kumar, sub-regional leader, because he's from the Vokkaliga caste. But this time around, he claims that he's made the Vokkaligas and that entire belt of Old Mysore to also move towards him and give him a band back him. He's also labored to grow the party when the party was actually struggling for existence in Karnataka. 21 Vokkaliga MLAs out of 114 MLAs are backing DK Shiv Kumar. Got Congress about 18% of the votes. Kuruba Ahinda backs Sidhu as chief minister. Master strategist and a Congress troubleshooter. Plus, of course, he is the money bags. He's been the IT minister. He's got a great year with the corporates. The corporate lobby seems to favor him. DK Shiv Kumar has the backing of Sonia Gandhi and Priyanka Vadra. Sitting MLAs from Siddaramaiah's earlier term are also here, who are saying it should be Siddaramaiah. So it's not going to be easy for the Congress party. He's considered an outsider in the Congress who's got a lot of rewards, faces graft allegations, served jail term. Now this could be perhaps one more aspect which could be trouble. So what are the options with the Congress party? And this is what sources are telling CNN News 18. The first option is that the Congress could convince DK Shiv Kumar by offering him plum ministries that he had earlier sought, water resources and energy, and of course the deputy chief minister's post. They are also requesting him to wait this term out, as by the next election he will be the candidate for the coveted post. Siddaramaiah, his opponent in the chief minister's race, had announced that this would be his last election. Option 2. The Congress High Command's second option is 50-50 power sharing ratio. Both Siddaramaiah and DK Shiv Kumar will be chief ministers for 2.5 years each to ensure both get equally rewarded for their efforts. But is this going to be acceptable? Either of these options acceptable to both of them? That's the big question. Option number 2, we are going to understand both have rejected. Now, more news coming through. Now, Siddaramaiah camp sources saying Siddaramaiah has insisted that he is fit for the post and has submitted a list of his achievements in the last 5 years between 2013 to 2018. And at 11 a.m. on Wednesday morning, a final meeting will be held at Mallikarjun Kharge's house. And Randeep Surjewala, KC Venugopal will also be present. Rohini is joining us now at this point. Rohini, so Siddaramaiah mounting the pressure, saying, I have the numbers, I have achieved as administrator, as chief minister. But is there a sense within the Congress party which says DK Shivkumar deserves his due? Loyalty of the Congress party has to be rewarded somehow.
Well, clearly, yes, Siddaramaiah now also digging his heels and saying that he's the most fit candidate for the Chief Minister, not only because he has had a full 5 term and that he has experience on his side, and the Congress at this point of time needs an experienced leader to lead the party and Karnataka as well, and a person who can deliver those 5 promises, because it is important for the Congress, not just about who the Chief Minister is, it's also important for the Congress as they go to elections. There are a few assembly elections of Rajasthan and other states coming up in a few months from now, and the 2024 Lok Sabha polls, which is important because they can go with the Karnataka report card. Remember, the BJP had targeted the Congress and said that they have always made promises but never delivered. And Siddaramaiah making a point saying that he's the only person who understands, has presented the finance budget for Karnataka 7 times, understands the finances of the state, can do the checks and balances and deliver. This is one of the many things that he listed out to Mallikarjun Kharge in terms of how he has everything in his favor, plus the list of number of MLAs who have voted in his favor, especially after that secret ballot that took place. Clearly, even the previous time in 2013 also, he had a similar kind of secret ballot. He had more than 80 votes in his favor. This time also he has more than 90 plus. So clearly Siddaramaiah here making it clear that he is the one who needs to be given this post.
No, but then this
deserving.
is also the time one can also turn around and ask Rohini, had DK Shivkumar got the term last time around, he could have also had that clout. My point is, why is Mr. Siddaramaiah not willing to yield this time and say, DK Shivkumar, you have a go, I will do the work? That's also a question that can be asked. Who's laboured for the party?
When I asked that question, when I asked that question to the camp, and I did say that because of the 50-50 formula that was being spoken about, the thing that they said is that as of now, there is a lot of feeling, especially in the Congress camp, that DK Shivkumar should clear all the corruption cases that are against him. Because that, if it is not done so, it'll actually not bode well for the Congress. And if he is made Chief Minister, if DK Shivkumar is made Chief Minister, he sits on the post, and likelihood that if the Enforcement Directorate or the income tax officials land at his door, it is going to be a huge embarrassment for the Congress, and it's going to give the BJP on a platter as to how they, especially when the Congress fought the Karnataka elections on the anti-corruption flank, to get arrested on any charges that possibly even the slightest of cases that the DK Shivkumar faces these days, it's going to be a huge embarrassment for the Congress.
See, but that is something which the Congress think tank has to think about. Rohini, we'll get a move on at this point, ladies and gentlemen, but the Congress think tank has to think about that. How will they turn a problem into an opportunity, and how will they reward loyalty? How will they reward those people who believe we have struggled for you, we have reposed your trust on us? Because the likes of Sachin Pilot, the likes of CS Singh Dev, they're all watching. This power sharing 50-50 doesn't work because they're all disgruntled in their respective states because those promises were not kept. They were once again sidelined. Their wings will be clipped, and those who get the power will ensure that the wings are clipped so that they never are once again a challenger or once again a claimer or a contender. These are aspects which is real politics, ladies and gentlemen, and which everybody understands. Anyway, the ball is in Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge's court. He's got a tough decision to make. We'll see what happens, but we're hopeful that in the next 24 hours, there will be a decision that is made. Getting a move on here on the right stand, and from Karnataka to neighbouring Kerala, where in a shocking incident, a 17-year-old girl allegedly died by suicide inside a madrasa located in Thiruvananthapuram's Balaramapuram area on Saturday. The death has triggered controversy after the family alleged foul play and mental harassment. Reportedly, the girl had called her mother and asked her to take her back from the college hostel. The mother of the deceased alleged that she was not allowed to meet with her daughter, was kept waiting for more than an hour, and then later told by the Madrasa authorities about her daughter's death. Meanwhile, the cops have registered an FIR and initiated a probe into the matter. We spoke to the victim's uncle. Listen in.
മകൾ കുളിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് നിൽക്കുമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് ഞങ്ങൾ ഇതും വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് 1.5 മണിക്കൂർ ഇങ്ങനെ പുറത്ത് നിൽക്കുന്നത്. ഈ അകത്ത് എൻ്റെ മകൾ ഈ കുളിമുറിക്കകത്തിരുന്ന എൻ്റെ മകൾ എങ്ങനെ ലൈബ്രറിക്കകത്ത് വന്ന് ഈ തൂങ്ങിയ വ്യവസ്ഥയിൽ നിൽക്കുന്നു? ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ദുരൂഹതയുണ്ട്, അതൊന്ന് അന്വേഷിക്കണം. രണ്ടാമത്തെ വിഷയം, ഞങ്ങളുടെ മകൾ ഇതുപോലെ ബോഡി കൊണ്ട് സ്വന്തം അമ്മ മകളെയും കൊണ്ട് മടിയിൽ വച്ച്, ഓട്ടോറിക്ഷയുടെ മടിയിൽ വച്ച് ഇങ്ങനെ ഓരോ സ്ഥലങ്ങളിൽ ചോദിച്ചു പോവാണ്. ഇവിടെ ഹോസ്പിറ്റലിൽ എവിടെയെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ ചോദിച്ചുകൊണ്ടോ അങ്ങനെ പോകുന്ന സമയത്ത് പോലും ഈ അധികൃതർ എന്തുകൊണ്ട് ഹോസ്പിറ്റലിൽ കൊണ്ടുപോയില്ല.
We are outside the Al Aman campus here. It was inside this place, in this madrasa here, where a 17-year-old was found hanging in the library inside the madrasa on 13th of this month. The family was here to see the child, and they were told that the child was found hanging. She has been studying here for the past 1 year. Now, the family has given a complaint with the Balrampuram police. A case has been registered. According to the family, she was upset right from the time she came for the Ramzan holidays. She said that a new teacher was mentally harassing her. That is what the family said in their complaint. And even on Saturday, she called the family and said that they need to take her away from here immediately. And by the time they came, this is what they saw. So the police have formed a special investigation team to look into this. According to police, what they are saying is that the initial postmortem reports shows that this was death by hanging, but all aspects of this will be inquired into.
Meanwhile, BJP's Thiruvananthapuram District President V.V. Rajesh has demanded that a special team investigate the girl's death. The BJP will hold a march to the Balarampapuram police station to protest the girl's death.
What is the BJP demanding at this point?
We demand to conduct a fair inquiry. Yesterday, we demand the government of Kerala to form a special investigation team for getting a fair and transparent inquiry. Because for the last so many days, we are getting information from that side that the administration and the ruling of that madrasa and that school is not transparent. The local Panchayat member, including persons, are also not permitted to enter into that premises. That's why we are demanding here a transparent inquiry. The police has not taken seriously regarding the inquiry, and tomorrow 17th, BJP, the Mandal Committee is planning a police station march in Balrampuram demanding a transparent inquiry. We are getting the information from the local persons that mental harassment has been going on for the last so many days in the madrasa by the administrators, including the principal also.
We're going to take a very short break. Up next, here on the right stand, is the UK Film Association, BBFC, taking the right stand with respect to the Kerala story. Why is it that they have still taken so much time and yet not decided on the age certification? Shows are being cancelled. 37 countries across the world are showing this movie, but why not in the UK? Stay with us. What's behind the delay?
6 p.m. was the time that the meeting was scheduled, but since the meeting with DK Shivkumar had started a bit late, we could expect a little more delay in that meeting to happen. So yes, it remains to be seen when does that meeting happen, but yes, on the ground at this point there is not much movement that can be seen in the camp of Siddaramaiah. In fact, they are patiently waiting for any sort of headway that could be made in this entire tie-up that has happened between DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah.
Also, it's interesting the kind of entourage that both these leaders have come with. MB Patil is one of the MLAs that Siddaramaiah came with to the national capital yesterday. MB Patil's name has also been floated as a chief ministerial aspirant, isn't it, Harish?
Well, he clearly has come out and said, I am a chief minister position aspirant. But remember, there is a lot that's at play here. He's seen as a man from Siddaramaiah's camp. Yes, this time round the Lingayats have backed the Congress far larger numbers than say 2018 or 2013. But the Congress also understands that the traditional vote bank has been the Ahinda vote over the last decade or so. They've also got significant amount of Vokaliga votes this time. So just merely on a pretext of getting more Lingayat votes, the Congress might not look at MB Patil's push for being considered to the Chief Minister's post. Right now, this battle is between DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah. Unlikely that there will be any third phase that could put up a stiff challenge to both of these people, unless the Congress High Command wants to look at a dark horse to ensure none of these people are miffed and both of them can be kept away from the Chief Minister post.
A lot happening back in Karnataka as well. The state has been won. The election is concluded with a decisive mandate for the Congress party, but no decision on the Chief Minister. DK Shivkumar there, meeting Mallikarjun Kharge at his residence. First pictures now coming in of the two leaders. The man who hopes to pip Siddaramaiah and be the Chief Minister of the state. It is now or never for me is what he had said. Also ensuring that he is not going to resort to blackmail or to backstabbing. I'm not going to leave with any of my MLAs is something that he had hinted at. But he's hopeful and optimistic that the decision is made in his favor, which is why he has been insisting that it was under his leadership as the Karnataka Congress chief that the party won 135 seats, a decisive mandate in the history of Karnataka elections. Rohini, my colleague, continues to be with us. Rohini, we're getting first pictures for our viewers coming in from inside Mallikarjun Kharge's residence. What kind of formula is shared with him? What kind of feedback is taken from DK Shivkumar? Irrespective of which way this goes, the decision cannot be easy for Mr. Kharge.
Well, it is a Herculean task for him. And not just that, and to take a decisive decision on this is going to be a real one because, look at it this way now. Now that we have seen Mr. DK Shivkumar meeting Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge at his residence, they will definitely have talks and discussion on exact.
We'll try and reconnect that line with my colleague Rohini Swami, getting us more perspective on this. But senior editor Pallavi Ghosh also joining us on this broadcast, and so is Sharon, who's standing put outside Mallikarjun Kharge's residence. And Sharon, coming to you first, we're getting first pictures from inside Mallikarjun Kharge's residence. For now, all we can see is DK Shivkumar and Mallikarjun Kharge. But have you been able to gather any information as to who else is going to be a part of this meeting, or is this a one-on-one?
Well, Poonam, these are the first pictures here, and 18 has in fact brought where you can see Mallikarjun Kharge, the AICC president, meeting DK Shivkumar at the moment, and they in fact DK Shivkumar's office has in fact shared these pictures. What we know as of now is that it is a one-on-one meeting. It is only between Mallikarjun Kharge and DK Shivkumar, and similarly, same sort of a meeting will happen with Siddaramaiah. The time that has been given to Siddaramaiah is 6 p.m. today. So once this meeting is over, 6 p.m. is when Siddaramaiah will also come. So as of now, the meeting has begun between DK Shivkumar and Mallikarjun Kharge, where of course we have to see that what is the kind of negotiation that will happen, what is the kind of formula that will be put forth in front of DK Shivkumar, whether he will be actually convinced, whether there will actually be an amicable solution, and all the more important, what is going to be in the mind, what is the opinion of DK Shivkumar to the whole drama that we are seeing since yesterday, since the party has won, spectacularly won in Karnataka election. We have to see what is going to be his opinion, what are the kind of negotiation that he will be put forth. It's something that we have to wait and watch for. But you can see the body language where we have seen since DK Shivkumar has landed in the national capital, he was speaking to the media, but when he came to the residence of Mallikarjun Kharge, he did not give any sort of statement to the media, directly went inside, is now meeting with Mallikarjun Kharge, and after this at 6 p.m, another meeting, a one-on-one meeting with Siddaramaiah and Mallikarjun Kharge will happen.
Absolutely.
The Kerala story is moving to become a blockbuster hit, not just in India, but it's also being screened and watched across 37 nations. But one country there has become a problem, and that is in the United Kingdom. And a storm and questions were raised by many from the Indian diaspora in the United Kingdom after the delay in age certification by the British board. Now, the word is that they have watched this movie in 3 languages multiple times. According to sources, the movie was submitted to the BBFC for age certification, with fees paid for express service. Now, as per the BBFC website, the express service guarantees age certification within 48 hours. However, it's been more than 3 working days and there is no certification. The BBFC is said to have watched the movie on the 10th of May, the 11th of May, the 3 languages. They responded to the movie team on Friday that they won't be able to provide the 8 certification on Friday. Subsequently, all cinemas across the country had to cancel shows and refund money to cinegoers who had booked for the movie. The BBFC has also watched the movie a third time on the 15th, and they were scheduled for another viewing today, that's the 16th. Sanjay Suri is with us. Sanjay Suri, they love this movie so much that they want to watch it again and again and again before allowing everybody else to watch it.
Yes, they seem to be going on and on and on. There are two prime considerations here for them. One is age certification, the other is, as they say, content advice, and that seems to be the sticking point here. There seems to be some uncertainty and disagreement within their board on the content of the film. The process within BBFC is that any film is first seen by 2 compliance officers. Usually they agree and the certification is issued, and there the matter ends. But clearly that agreement could not be reached. Following that, there is a further process of consultation within the BBFC, where you can have the executive officer, a vice president, president involved, and they are free to launch consultations also beyond that if they choose. And clearly this is a lot of debate now ongoing within the BBFC on this classification. They haven't come to an agreement.
But is there something?
A decision taken later.
Let me ask you. You've spent a lot of time in the United Kingdom. Has there been any other movie which has gone through such a problem with age certification, Sanjay Suri? Or is the story somewhere within the wheels? That is, who are the members of the CV, of the BBFC? Is there any political pressure to try and ensure that this movie is delayed, as is being alleged?
Well, clearly there is an argument, and that is an argument being presented within very strongly within the BBFC, and that is an argument that has been presented clearly beyond the level of the 2 compliance officers who would normally issue a certification. It's not clear what the objections are and whether there is any political pressure on this process. But very clearly representations have been made to BBFC over this film, and there have been arguments presented in support of certification, and these have been growing almost into a crescendo over the last couple of days, and a lot of people are demanding immediate release of this film and not hold it up. The film has been released in a number of countries outside India, and there is no reason, they say, that the United Kingdom should not. But clearly there have been arguments presented over the content of the film, and over the content there are some considerations BBFC has within its mandate. One of those is issues of discrimination, another is about the tone of the film and the impact it would have potentially, and these are of course undefinable standards. Clearly it's a matter of perception. This is therefore now a matter of debate within BBFC on these issues.
Right. Sanjay Suri, thank you for your inputs. We've got the international distributor of the film, that's Ken Sunil Naz, with us. He's joining us from Toronto. Nandini Singh, member of the Indian diaspora in the United Kingdom, with us, and Adit Kothari, founder of the Indic Society, is also with us. Namaste. Thank you very much. Ken, what's this? This is indeed a gripping movie, but what is gripping the BBFC that they want to watch it over and over again before they provide the age certification?
Correct. No, thank you for having me. That's exactly the question that we're asking, because the only explanation that was given to us was that, that we can confirm that the submission is still being reviewed internally. We will come back to you as soon as we have confirmation of the classification. But the classification is unlikely to be completed by today. If we were told, for some reason that some board member or something was objectionable, we would have, given our argument or said something. As you rightfully said, the movie, I'm the global distributor, the movie has been shown or is, we've got censorship from practically every other country in the world, with the exception of maybe UAE and others. And we are baffled because, having been in this business for many, many, many years, normally when we submit a movie within 24 hours of viewing, they will give us some sort of a certification. Could it be PG? Could it be, 14? Could it be 15? Which means anybody 15 or under needs to be with an adult, or at the very, most 18. But we've not been given that. We've not been explained that. But we are expecting a ruling in the next 20 minutes. They had another viewing yesterday's, and they are viewing it today. And we are told that we will be getting an answer at 4:30 UK time, and I'm hoping that it's in our favor. But you rightfully said we have lost not only a lot of revenue over the on practically all the theaters in United Kingdom were sold out. From Friday onward, but all the tickets had to be refunded, and it was a very sad state of affairs, and we still don't have an explanation what is the real reason for this.
What's the inside story here, Nandini Singh? Is there more to it than meets the eye? Is there somebody who's perhaps exerting an external influence? These aspects come to mind because age certification should not take multiple viewings, so many viewings for the Kerala story.
Yeah, I think namaste, and there's a lot of disappointment because this was left for too late. Just before the release of the movie, a lot of us got the email saying that the movie will not be going ahead. And if you ask me, look at this, it's been viewed 4 times in 3 different languages. Was there a Kerala story for Canada? Was there a Kerala story for Ireland? Was there a Kerala story for US? It's ridiculous, and you kind of think that is there a lobby at work which is trying to get this dealing tactics? There is disappointment. There is a lot of disappointment, because a lot of excitement was building up to watch this movie. People who don't want to watch the movie obviously will not watch the movie, but the movie is doing well in India and in other countries. And why should the UK be denied the same thing that is being watched in 37 countries? So there is a lot of frustration as well, because I don't think we've had clarity in the replies we've got from the certification as to what exactly has been the reason why it's been delayed so much. And it's more for the film crew and the others to know exactly what the communication has been between them. But for a person who just loves and goes to, just wants to go and have a nice time at the theater and watch a movie which is based on a good message that is coming out of it, why should we be denied that? And that's a question not just me, but a lot of Indians in the UK are actually asking, and we have no clear answers.
Before I bring in Adit, are you the point person? Will you be the first person to know what the answer is, or are they going to revert to, say, Vipul Shah, the producer, or somebody else?
No, they will revert to me and my team in UK. I do have a team in UK who correspond to them, but ultimately I'll be the first person who'll get the answer. Hopefully in the next few minutes.
But for the last 3 days, but for the last 3-4 days since Thursday, have they've been absolutely blank about what their concerns are? Have they even aired any concern?
No. The only thing they told us on Monday was that there's a viewing today, and then there'll be another viewing on Tuesday afternoon by the senior members. Beyond that, no, nothing at all.
What does the delay imply?
That's all they said.
What does the delay imply to you? Is this hurting you financially? What does it mean? What does it imply?
Well, it definitely hurts us financially, and for a country like UK, which is obviously a democratic country, it's very disturbing that they could do that. Yes, it's a financial loss, but thousands and thousands and thousands of viewers who bought the tickets, were looking forward to watch the movie, and they were not able to do that. So I just need answers, and I will get the answers. What was the reason? If they could tell us we're objecting to this or we're objecting to that. Right. We could answer to that, but no, we have not. The only answer we've got is we're reviewing the movie, and that's just like a standard answer, which is not acceptable.
Adit was one of the people from Indic Society. He was one of the people who was planning to watch the movie over the weekend. Is that true, Adit? And what happened there? And what was the explanation given? Where do you think is the problem? Is there somebody trying to block this movie? Because one gets the sense somebody is trying to delay the release.
Well, Anandji, thank you for having me.
Yes, Adit.
Anandji, thank you for having me. As a concerned citizen of Britain, I think I was extremely anguished and deeply frustrated with, how the BBFC essentially came out to cancel the film at the very last minute, which meant that 31 theatres which were essentially meant to be screening this film suddenly could not screen the film anymore. So obviously it was a financial loss, not only for the cinema, for the theatre, for the production and the distribution houses, but also the many viewers who actually wanted to go and learn something of the film, because it's actually based on some real life events which span across the globe, where there is a certain mindset which has tentacles deeply entrenched within societies across the globe. In the UK, we've personally suffered with the grooming gangs. We've had to lose daughters like Shamima Begum, who've essentially been radicalized and had been taken across the globe into Syria to fight, which was no way connected to her or where she essentially came from. And it's absolutely baffling that the ethos of UK essentially encourages us to be passionate advocates of free speech, and here we have an institution which is brazenly indulging in hypocrisy and duplicity, where I personally feel that they're going from a realm of political correctness into absolute political madness. How long shall we actually continue to brush the muck under the carpet and spray deodorant all over it? The British society have suffered horrifically with the realities of grooming gang, and it's imperative that this film be released. In my mind, why the BBNFC is delaying this is they're just waiting for it to die down so that they do not face the similar consequences as The Lady of the Lake had done, a couple of years ago when it was released in Birmingham, where the theatres were essentially vandalized. So I think that's the fear.
But the current British government has taken a clear position on grooming gangs. ISIS brides is something which is public knowledge, and it became a huge story in the United Kingdom, as it became the whole world, the world over. Ken. So why would they want to do something like this? And if they really want to do that, they should at least be open about it. Why not tell you, sorry, we don't want to release the movie here in Britain? At least they can say that. Ken, can you hear me?
I would totally agree with what you just stated, and I'm so glad about this panel, by the way. I cannot recall a movie that was not approved. They could give it an 18 rating, which means that anybody under the age of 18 cannot go to a movie, cannot go to the theater to see this movie. But I have never heard of a movie that's been, either not rated or, or some reasoning not given. No idea. It's never happened to me. I've been in this business most of my life, and I've had many movies which are rated 15 plus, which means, like I said, under 15 cannot go in. But this is the first time where there's a delay tactic, and as I said earlier, very disturbing.
What are you hopeful of? My final question, I'm running out of time. Adit, ask Ken, are you hopeful that they should come to a decision today? Let them give it.
What I'm really hopeful for is that we stop having these tendencies to essentially bend over with the fear of extremists essentially coming and attacking us, because the more we bend, the more control we essentially handing out to them over the discourse of free speech. So yes, absolutely. I hope that census prevail and BBNFC are able to hand out the correct age appropriation certificate, whatever it may be, whether it be UA or whether it be PG-18 or whatever it may be. But the point is that the film needs to hit the cinema so that we, passionate cinema goers and people who are passionate about the subject can go and essentially watch the film.
Well, and it's the job of the state police or the UK police and the security establishment to deal with extremist elements, if there are any, and if they are, they will be outed. That's what will happen. But Nandini Singh, Adit Kothari and Ken, thank you very much. You said you're expecting good news in a few minutes. Let's hope we get that. But we've run out of time here on The Right Stand. Zakar ready with brass tacks. Good evening, this is Brass Tacks. I'm Zaka Jacob. The Congress is just not able to decide between Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar as to who will be Karnataka's next chief minister. Both leaders met with Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge separately here in Delhi today. Two things are clear. Mr. Siddaramaiah has the numbers, at least a majority of the MLAs, but DK Shivkumar is digging his heels in. He says there's no question of accepting Siddaramaiah as chief minister because he's already enjoyed the fruits of power, once as chief minister and twice as leader of the opposition. DK also says that he would rather sit as just an ordinary MLA and does not want to be anyone's deputy. So the question is, as these two Karnataka heavyweights of the Congress party face off, what may give and who may have to give in first?